Okay, this is Albert 1.3, Albert number 1 criteria. Good morning, Albert.
Morning.
How are you?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Did you want to take a seat?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Would you like a cup of tea?
Yeah, sure. I guess it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Sometimes I like to make some tea, in front of my client because I feel like it creates a calm environment.
Okay.
Yeah, do you take sugar?
Yeah, sure. No,
Okay, sure. Right. Here you go. Yeah, I really want my office to be a place of peace and peace and comfort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, lovely. So you're looking a bit nervous?
Yeah. I'm not really sure what the go is with all this.
Okay, so you're not really sure about what the counselling...
Yeah. I did it when I was in jail, but I didn't enjoy it at all. It wasn't a good experience.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm sorry that you you feel as though you didn't have a very successful counselling experience when you were in jail. Why do you feel as though it was unsuccessful, if you don't mind me asking?
I think it was more just like they had their set idea of what you would be like after counselling. It's like it was more of a process of just trying to get you to behave in a particular way for them.
Okay, well, I just want you to feel as though, that you're aware that you have the right, to dignity with counselling. Do you feel like you were like unfairly treated? Because we can kind of explore that if you want.
It was a bit of that. Not so much like it wasn't like it was pretty terrible. Like we were done riddled by him completely.
Okay, sorry, Albert. Done riddled.
It's like unfair. Like that's what we called it inside together. It was unfair the way they treated us with it.
Okay, so a bit of slang.
Yeah. It was just a case of it wasn't counselling per se. They just wanted to sit you down for an hour and tell you why you're so crap at doing everything and how you need to behave differently. And it's like, okay.
Okay.
Can I leave now?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that you had not a very positive experience with counselling when you're in prison. So do you feel as though you want to explore a bit more about your insecurities with counselling? Because I really do think it's important that we develop some strategies to overcome some doubts that you have with the counselling process that you could have.
I don't know what to really expect with counselling, like outside of it. Like I've only ever experienced it with corrections, and wasn't too happy with corrections and how they ran it. But you might be a bit different, I reckon.
Yeah, well, my main priority is your well-being. Okay, so I want you to feel as though I want to support and help you with whatever you're feeling and stuff like that. I think it's important that we make it clear that I'm going to be attempting to work with you and help you with the things that you feel as though you need some help with. So can you do you have any idea of where you'd like to start with in regards to how you're feeling?
In terms of like where I want to get myself in a way.
Yeah.
I'm out of it now. I'm out of prison.
Yeah.
It's good to be out, I guess, but I want to fix things over with my family, my wife especially.
Yeah.
relationship didn't go so great during prison.
Yeah.
So she's now my ex-wife, which is disappointing, but I wouldn't mind trying to reconnect with them a bit, just because we do have a kid, and
Okay.
I want us to be able to still support him in his life.
Okay, so your relationship with your wife deteriorated when you were when you were away, when you were sent to prison for 12 months.
Yeah.
And you want to fix that relationship.
I want to try and make some reconnection. It's really annoying that I've just kind of been left and a bit languishing a bit, but I'm hoping I can reconnect a bit just for the sake of my kid. And
So you're feeling a bit alone? You just kind of stated that you've been left.
Yeah,
so.
It's just kind of on my own now, which is weird to get used to.
Yeah. So I can see here that you're living with your mother and father. How is that being at home with them?
It's okay.
Yeah.
They're good support. They do support me, but
great, yeah.
At the same time, it's it's not how things were. I guess that's kind of what I'm missing, and what I feel like I'm missing is it's good to have them there for me, and they've always been there for me, but the way things were, they've kind of gone now, which is...
Okay, so you're feeling as though you're missing the life that you had.
Yeah,
the life that you were in.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So I just want to say that it's a real positive step that you've showed up here today, and I applaud you for that. It's amazing. Counselling takes dedication and shows good strength of character that you've arrived here today. So I just want to congratulate you on that, and it's really good that you've done that. So you should be very proud of yourself. And I think it would be of great importance if we kind of work on some foundations of fixing that relationship with your wife that you've stated.
I'd love to try and reconnect a bit.
You reconnect with her, okay. So is there any ideas that you can think of that may help reconnect with your wife?
I reckon we should give that relationship counselling stuff a go.
Okay, yeah.
Because I think that might be a good thing to give it a go, just so we can talk things over, I guess.
Yeah, be civil.
Yeah, really, just have a chat in a nice environment that's calm, and
yeah.
I guess, like you said, pretty much there's a nail on the head, be civil about it.
Yeah, and you guys have a son.
Yeah,
so
a son to think about,
exactly.
Which is my main concern for sure.
Yeah, so I think that is very important that you two can work together and co-parent, so to speak. And I do think there are organisations that exist that can help mediate and support co-parenting and help maintain that civil relationship. So would that be something that you're interested in?
Yeah, actually, that sounds good. I think that's kind of what I was looking to do.
Yeah, great. Okay.
Yeah.
So we can kind of classify that as a goal for you, which is, I think, it's pretty. It's a goal that's pretty achievable if everything kind of stays in the legal framework that it is now. I think it would be of great importance to put a time frame on this relationship that you would like to build with your wife. Can you think of an event that's perhaps going to happen, or?
I've got my son's birthday coming up.
Okay. Yeah.
That's pretty exciting. He's turning 5, so.
Oh, great! I have 2 kids.
Yeah. So I'd love to get involved with it. I have spoken to him a few times.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing him again and helping out with that kind of event. So
okay, Well, that's great. So we can put that as an achievable goal of you know, you trying to be a part of your son's birthday and stuff that's coming up. Great. So that's really positive. That's a really positive decision that we've both made, and you've been a part of that decision making. So I just want to explore a little bit more. You know, the importance of you know, of our relationship that we have, and I just want to, you know, are there any other uncertainties that you feel?
I don't know, just in terms of counselling, I've not had good experiences with it. Not at all. No, that was not good experiences.
Yeah, so I just want to remind you, Albert, that everything that we talk about is confidential, and everything in this file here that I have of you, you know, is going to be locked up. It's stored. I've got the only copy of the key. Everything is confidential, unless, you know, you mention, as I've mentioned to you prior, if you say that you're going to hurt yourself or hurt someone else, or if you're going to break the law, or if any neglect has taken place, then, you know, I'll have to pass that information on.
Yeah.
But, you know, everything that we talk about is safe. Okay?
Yeah, it's good. I don't know if that was how they did it in prison. Like, I felt like the council was as much of the guard as the guards were.
Yeah.
It was more so, it's like they were a part of it all. It wasn't really them here for me. So that was the most annoying part.
Yeah. So, you know, this file here, it's not something scary.
Yeah.
You can access it whenever you want. So
that's good. That's good. Better than what they gave me to do in prison. Options in there.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, hopefully this has, you know, made you feel a little bit more at ease.
Yeah, you've told me the most about counselling out of all the counsellors I've seen over the past year, so it's good to actually know how it works.
Yeah, great. I'm glad that you feel satisfied with that.
Yeah, I feel like I've got a bit of a better understanding, which is part of why I had such a issue about it in prison, was they didn't really explain much, and yeah, so you're kind of left there in the dark, and it's like,
hello.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, well, that must have been really difficult for you to.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah, to be treated like that. So I just want to bring up something before we conclude. I've just read in your file that you know, that you were an aggressive prisoner, and I understand that you may not want to, you know, I don't want you to in any way relive the 12 months that you experienced, you know, because it can be a painful process. Do you feel comfortable with me?
Yeah, no, it was not the best, didn't make the best choices in there, I'll admit that.
Okay.
It's just so infuriating, because, like, it wasn't fair that I went away for so long, and it was just like, everyone's like, oh well, let's give up on Albert and chuck him away, and then that's that, and that's Albert done, hooray. It's just like, so they're just really unfair in there, and they just screw you around, and it's like, why am I here? What's the point? It's like, what's going on?
Okay, so you felt like you weren't being heard.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Like, I wanted to revisit things, I wanted to try and appeal. It was a difficult process. They wouldn't let me, it would be a huge struggle to try and talk to my lawyer. Like, I'd go to talk to the guards, I'd talk to the prison manager, I'd say this, they would say, no, that's not happening, and I'm like, well, what do you mean? Like, of course it's going to happen. I want to talk to my lawyer, and it's just so frustrating that they're not going to work with me on this.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what's the point of you being here? It's like, what's going on? Why can't I do this? And that did my head in.
Yeah.
I couldn't cope with that.
Yeah. That would have been very frustrating. I can see how frustrating that made you feel. So I just do you feel as though you were approaching the guards in an appropriate manner?
Yeah, mate. It was frustrating, and I probably could have done things better on my end as well. But it's just like, why won't they work with me?
Yeah.
Like, I know I could have probably been better about it, but they're the ones who are meant to be there doing a job, and they're not doing a job, and it's just, I got screwed over in court, and now it's just keep on screwing me over. And it's like, thanks, guys. Jesus.
Okay, Albert. I think it might be appropriate for us to take a little break right now. I'm just going to refill your tea, and we can just kind of gather our thoughts.
I guess.
And go from there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to just bring it back, Albert. I just want to applaud you again for coming here. It shows great strength of character, and I think you're doing very well. And thank you for opening up to me. I think it's great. Beginning to us to move forward in a positive way.
I think this has probably been the best counselling session I've had out of all of them.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you feel that way.
I've enjoyed it. I think it went better than the ones I did while in prison.
Yeah.
So it's definitely something I'm interested in.
Okay. Yeah. Excellent. Is there anything else before we finish up today? And I would love to see you next week. And we can.
Sure, I think.
Yeah.
I think I'll come again next week and we'll give it a go.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to discuss?
No, it's okay for today.
Okay.
I think I'm happy leaving it there.
Okay, great, Albert. Thank you.
Thanks. I go to sleep.
The
Oh.